On rocks I stood amidst the sea, before me nymphs of ancient times. Ah, oh yes! Sensual and sweet as sin, their bodies touch my tender skin. Oh yummy! Tastes like cherries! Lo, how their bosoms make me languish, and leave my poet's heart in anguish. Whoa! Whoa! Away! Away! Away you go!
Dark ways between fire and ice. Wah! Rah! The loneliness of the elder man. Hee-ja! Boom! Pow!
What the? I beg your pardon?
In the fangs of violence, my heart laughs. So hot, yet so cold. Oh no! Such a woe! Karach! Au!
But
Ay-ya!
by the righteous path! This is incredible! I've never heard anything like this before. Tell me, my lady, where did you learn this? Who taught you poetry?
No one. I'm an autodidact.
Blazes, you're self-taught. Malthus truly did bless you with talent. Tell me, may I interpret your poem? It's just I have to.
Be my guest.
Well then, I hope this is not too much of a leap, but does your first line, the one with the dancing elder between fire and ice, deal with the socio-sexual isolation of old people in feudal societies? I may be wrong, but that was the first thought that came to my head.
That's what I meant, indeed, by Malthus, and here I was thinking the metaphor was too risky.
No, not at all. I was particularly moved by how you used onomatopoeia in line 4 and 6. Do these brutal noises at the end of each verse symbolize the hedonistic, violent way of life among the common people who have absolutely no regard for the lonely man?
Exactly. Whoa. What about the second poem?
Phew. Well, that's a tough one. To me, it sounds like the inner voice of a murderer. Yes, exactly. Here, he celebrates his bloodthirsty way of life. In the fangs of violence, my heart laughs. And then, suddenly, justice ends him, which is once again conveyed through those guttural noises. And I have to say, how you use the uneven number of verses as a metaphor for the discord that results from such a lifestyle is nothing short of brilliant. If that's what you meant by it, of course. You did, didn't you?
Yes, you're incredible. I thought no one would ever understand.
Well, you know what? They wouldn't. The common people, they don't even understand when I tell them I'm a poet. Poet, they ask? What kind of profession is that? So now I simply tell them I'm an innkeep. That is something they are able to grasp with their limited intellect. Easy answers. That's what people long for. But you know what? I would rather die hungry than become one of those soulless pot boiler artists who make a fortune off their stupid stories. Like, Jonas Schmid does. Do you know him? Mundane rubbish. That's all he writes, but you'll find it on every bookshelf. It's a disgrace. Pure and simple.
Why are Schmid's stories so bad?
What? What kind of question is that? How can something that so many people like not be rubbish?
You mean anything that's successful has to be tried?
Of course! Not everyone has been blessed with an artist's intellect, you know. There are two kinds of writers. Small minds who give the common people fodder that helps them feel smart, and true artists who want more from life. Those who create, with no greed for gold and fame, bound solely by the calling of the muse.
Well, I guess you're right.
Of course I am. I wish it weren't true, but it is. If only there were more people like us. Midnight. Between cobblestone and excretion. Between darkness and light. Hurrah! Hurrah! Advance the fleet! Always forward! Always forward! Forward for the glory and honor! The spears at the ready, driving the swords into the bodies. The same play, day after day.
Oh, Atreyu! By
Yes?
Malphas, so moving!
As I said, the offer stands. Just think about it, okay?
I will. Take care.
Oh, yes, of course she'd say that.
That's just how it is. Everything was better in the old days.
Hey, you came.
Men,
Come on, take a seat. So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard.
Honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of all this.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me, what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nerim.
Well, you're right about that.
Shoot.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
A richly set table, indeed.
Absolutely. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
What? You want to leave? In spite of all that's happening?
Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion, and I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer.
What a pity.
Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light. Actually not that bad, don't you think?
Incredible. Indeed. But hey, aren't you a little too relaxed considering that the world is falling to pieces?
Well, what good is a frown anyway? What matters are results, not attitudes or intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish. because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like.
Ouch.
So yes, maybe the Keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you've got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy.
So what you're saying is that in the end, every person just wants to be happy? That's the purpose of life?
Yeah, seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
But you have to have some kind of goal in your life, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
Of course, these are things worth living for. But how can you be so sure that there's no other purpose in our life? No other reason for our existence?
I don't know. Call it a feeling. But if there is such a thing as a universal point to our lives, then I'm pretty sure we won't find it within the pre-digested philosophies or religions most people believe in. And hey, I'd be the last one to reject this great truth if she were to knock on my door, naked and tits jiggling.
Who would have thought that?
But until then, I'd rather try and find my own answers.
But hey, there's sense in that, I admit.
Really? I was half expecting you to throw insults at me. That's what people usually do when I tell them that. But I guess life is full of surprises. Anyway, I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk, but the ship to Killet leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it.
Hey, for what it's worth, I wouldn't mind if you stayed. The city needs more good-looking mercenaries.
Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Naramese woman. Maybe that'll make up for when I leave. Keep your chin up.
Yes?
Grandmaster Aranthiel sent me. I'm supposed to take the trial to become a keeper.
Oh, yes. You're the Prodigy. I was expecting something else. I hope you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Our novices trained for years for this trial. And as much as I respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive. In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that.
The way the Grandmaster put it, I don't seem to have much of a choice if we want to keep living.
How selfless of you! But as you wish. Then it seems I'm granted the extraordinary honor of exalting the first pathless in the history of the Order to a keeper. The others will scream for joy. Give me the package the Grandmaster gave you, and say hello to your new comrades. I have to go prepare something.
I don't want to hear it.
I beg your pardon?
You're prattling. I don't want to hear it. Just shove off.
What's your problem?
You have to ask? This country is going downhill, and you are living proof of it, my friend. First, Naramese wild mages are allowed to walk on the holy temple grounds as if it were some kind of brothel. Then mercenaries are hired, and now you, an outlander, a pathless, are able to be initiated into the sigils of the Holy Order. We've trained for years to stand here, and until now, I thought that this country respected its traditions. That's my problem. Now get out of my sight.
With pleasure, Princess.
What? Oh, hello. You're our unexpected addition, aren't you? The Prodigy?
Yes, but call me Zoe. Sounds less awkward.
It does, actually. I'm Kalia Sakaresh, by my path novice and aspirant to the First Sigil. I've been told what you did in Old Rashingrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own. An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that.
Saved the excavations, yes, but the people from your order were already dead.
I know, but you tried. You know, I'm really curious as to what the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive. Anyway, it's been an honor to meet you in person. Let's talk later.
I'm looking forward to that, Kalia.
All right, enough of the chatter. Come here. Here. These potions will be necessary later, so be careful with them. Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place. As you're all gifted with magic, the spores in the forest ahead will make you a little dizzy, but we won't stay for long.
What spores are you talking about exactly?
Long story. Simply put, they come from a special kind of mushroom that has infested this forest, and staying near them worsens the arcanist's fever. So, in case you're thinking about exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you.
Alright then, let's go.
Good. Stay close to me. But it's too late for that now. Korek would have conquered the city, and then you will be ashamed.
That was intense.
So this is the Whispering Forest. Fascinating. I've read a lot about it, but never actually seen it.
Poor thing. My brothers and I have seen the border countless many times before.
Careful.
I bet you know all about the Undercity's rat holes instead.
What? That's all you got?
Focus, Kali. Focus.
I'm too old for this. Wait, do you see that?
Yes, that man. What is he doing?
Who cares? He's probably just a traveler.
He shouldn't be here. No merchant in his right mind would voluntarily travel through the Whispering Forest. We'll go take a look at him. Stay ready.
She's with me now. Forever.
Kirash!
What in? You there? Who are you? And what are you doing here?
She's with me now. Forever.
What are you, deaf? Identify yourself!
His eyes. Master, this is the Red Madness.
Shit, of course. You will put away that pickaxe right now, my sir, and then get on your knees.
She wanted to leave. Don't you understand? She wanted to leave me. Just like that.
This is
But now,
disgusting.
She will stay. She promised.
By the righteous path! Have you lost your mind?
I could ask you the same thing, damn it! Did you forget what Magister Yarrow did to the novices? This man could have attacked us at any moment.
Oh, really? Malphas protect us from your cunning. But did the thought ever cross your mind that one needs to understand a disease in order to heal it? And that some apothecary might have given their left hand for a living patient?
You're not being fair, Master. I was only protecting us.
Like heck you did. You behaved like an idiot. And not for the first time. The other masters might ignore that fact due to your religious commitment and your bloodline. I get that. But if something like this ever happens again, you will be suspended from the rites and will spend the rest of your life polishing prayer banks in the sanctum. Do I make myself clear?
He really was trying to protect us, Master. Maybe...
Do I make myself clear?
You do, Master. And I beg your forgiveness for my offense.
Granted. Now let's push on. We will take care of the body after the ritual. Here it is, the first foothold. This is where Malphas's vassals erected their first camp, so behave yourselves accordingly. You too, Prodigy. Well then, before we start, there's something I need to tell you. Something, important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago, beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
There was a prophecy, as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god, who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
You're telling us that the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining? Tell us that this is a test, Master. It is, isn't it? A test of our faith.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford to fall into a spiritual crisis right now.
The Order of the Gods, Malphas's order, was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunwar, but if this is true, we have to show strength and keep on believing in what the Lightborn stood for. Which is the idea of peace and...
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If anything, you lowborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really think I don't know about the village? You're a damned witch, and if this were the old times, you would have been crucified long time ago.
You don't mean that, Dunwar.
Drop it, for heaven's sake! We're all on the same side here.
No, we are not. This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the holy scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well. But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you.
But...
No buts! Do you understand?
Yes.
I hope so, for your sake. Just be glad that this is a time when we need skilled mages more than ever. Just be glad. Now enough of this. Our demeanor defiles this sacred place. There will be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial. Let's recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life, as in death. May your light guide me. Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what, distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you. You first, Prodigy. Let's hope the Grand Master was right about you.
Oh no. 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 I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit? They've lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was.
You're not real, are you?
Of course not. At least not according to your definition of the word. But then again, what is reality anyway? If I told you that you and your friend Sirius actually lie dead at the bottom of the sea, and that everything that has happened so far, your journey to Ark, the search at the Sun Coast, was only a dream, would you be able to recognize the truth? The answer is no. Because you don't want to be dead. Therefore, your mind will do anything to make you believe this entire dream you've had was and is reality.
How am I able to dream if I'm actually dead? That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it? Tell me, what is time to the dead and dreaming anyway? The last second before the water floods into your lungs. The very last instant before it tears them apart. In your mind, it could be an eternity. A self-created sanctuary built from nothing but your wishes. But what's the point in talking anyway? You don't want to believe me. And I'm tired of trying to make you. Now leave me alone, before we make the suppressor even angrier. He doesn't like words. He likes the silence.
The suppressor? Who are you talking about?
What? They haven't told you about him? Oh, that's so typical. The suppressor. He's the reason why we will be imprisoned here forever. And why we can't access our feelings and wishes. And he does it because he wants us to lose hope. To stop believing. And... you know, sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what we humans... what I have to do to finally be free. Give up. Detach myself from the dreams of the past. Who knows if there were anything else than phantasms to begin with. But no. No, not yet. It's too early to surrender. And isn't that what makes us human anyway? To hope? And to just keep on waiting for that one miracle that will end the pain once and for all? Yeah, I'll wait. And you will wait with me forever.